Hi guys, it's reaction time. We've got Cave and Screaming for a Saviour. Bit of a weird one, this one. I missed this. I mean, they've had the new album's out this year. It's called Out of the Cave. I've actually been listening to the album, but I left this song on purpose because I knew it was out as a single. Someone had actually asked for it. I couldn't find who had asked for it as well, so I do apologise, whoever's watching this, that I didn't write that down. I always write it down and always mention the people that asked for the songs. But I've been listening to the album. It's a great album. A real mixture of like melodic hard rock and then sometimes veering into metal, almost Queensryche-esque at times, modern Queensryche-esque, but a very cool listen indeed. So just saving this song for last. So recommend the album, by the way, guys. Out of the Cave is out everywhere now. It's out this month. So in this band is Chris Laurie on the guitars, Roberto Palacios on the bass, Chris Schwinn on the drums, and Ronnie Monroe on the vocals. Love Ronnie Monroe, ex-Metal Church, done lots of other stuff as well, been on some great music over the years. And he's on form as well on this album, he really is. So just save this one till last. I can't wait to hear this because I love the rest of the album. This is Cave, this is Screaming for a Saviour. Here we go.
Step into your mind, you may find an endless rhyme. And disease corrodes the brain, as in some cloud will rain. Pick or choose who saves that soul, 1 in a million, no one knows. Choose your side and choose it well. Choices you make can bring you hell. You said your last words, oh, you'll hang until the end. But those last words were pretend. There's no reason to believe me. Bear your cross for all to see. Is it real or make-believe? All along we've been deceived. The Savior, left behind, the fallen angels trapped in time, still living in the cold. A second chances will unfold. Pick or choose who saves that soul, 1 in a million, no one knows. Choose your side and choose it well. Choices you make can bring you hell. You said your last words, you'll hang until the end. But those last words were pretend.
Well, it's brilliant. It hasn't disappointed whatsoever. I was saving it till last thing. I've got to hear all the album. Man, what a song. Almost started off at the beginning there, and I was thinking, yeah, I mean, I've mentioned Queensryche a little bit. Almost modern Queensryche, listening to some of this album, this song especially, man, I mean, really gives me those Queensryche feels, and I think that was brought on even more when Ronnie sort of done those deeper tones in that verse. I love his vocals when he does that sort of almost talking deep tone he's got. There's lots of sides to his vocals as well, so when he like reached out and got heavier and the song got heavier, he almost has that gruff to his voice, you know, that sort of almost reminds me a little bit of Herbie Langen's, you know, when he opens up a little bit like that. Very cool indeed. I mean, that minor riff that's just going over the chorus that started the song off when the heavy riff kicked in. Love that riff. I mean, it's a classic riff that I've heard quite often, you know, but that's not a dig. I could hear that every day of the week. I'd never get sick and tired of that sort of minor riff, sort of Dokken Queensryche-esque riff, you know. Amazing stuff. Absolutely love it, man. This is fantastic. I love the way that Ronnie's Monroe's doing these sort of vocal lines when he goes on a word, especially when he does like the saviour bit. He sort of almost like, you know, he doesn't just leave it there and just sing saviour. He does this sort of thing where he really uses the vocal melodies well, you know, with certain words and stuff like that, making it even more catchy. So saying that's something that is not done so often now. You know, vocalists almost want to just ram loads of lyrics in rather than just, you know, singing words, and you can get a lot of mileage out of a word and be really catchy, you know. Absolutely fantastic. A brilliant slab of like hard rock stroke metal. Love it so far. Here we go for the rest. Brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. The solo was fantastic. Love the way it sort of died down. And I'll tell you what, something I didn't mention is the production on this. You know, the bass is just right up in the mix, and in bits like that during that solo, the stomp that it had, and even in the quiet parts, it's really prevalent, the bass line. And then it sort of like went into this extended solo, and then Ronnie joined in with that lyric just as the solo just ended, and it was just brilliant. I think the solo lasted about, at least about a minute, something like that, and everything about it was fantastic. One of my favourites off the album, actually. Really love that. Absolutely brilliant. Screaming for a Saviour by Cave. Remember, the album's out now, guys. It's called Out of the Cave. It was out in March. Tell me what you think about that song, though, in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.